Hey guys, it's Cobalt here, and welcome back to another video. A couple weeks ago over on Instagram, I held a poll asking you guys about a new video series that I was interested on doing here on this channel, and essentially it is a critique series where you guys send me photos of your customs and I sort of review them for you, help you with the design, how to improve the design, how to improve the technical aspects of your customs, things like that, and just overall telling you guys what I like about your customs, and of course giving new customizers more exposure. So that is exactly what I'm going to be doing in today's video. This is going to be episode 1 of hopefully a whole video series on this channel where you guys can send me your customs. If you would like to participate in future episodes, please send me photos of your customs over on Instagram. You can follow me at cobalt.studios. So I got a bunch of people already who have sent me photos of their customs on Instagram for this video, and I probably won't have time to go through all of them, but I want to do as many as I can. And of course, people of any customizing skill level are 100% welcome to join in. So without further ado, I'm going to pull them all up on my phone and we are going to take a look. Alright, so for everybody who sent me photos of their customs, I just filtered all of those chats into the general section on my Instagram's message page so that I could find them all again, and I'm just going to click on a random one. Okay, so these customs are from Ender Niffler on Instagram. They sent me some photos of their collie customs. I'm gonna take a look at this first one because this one is already super eye-catching and I love this one a lot. I love that you sculpted both of the ears. I know there is a collie base figure with an ear up, but honestly I think that they look a lot better when the ears are actually hand sculpted, and I love how tall the ears are as well, and I think the eyes are super cool. I really love the geometric shape in the eyes, and with the purple, especially on the tail, I love the way that you painted that, and maybe even incorporating a little bit more black in the design as well. I think could really make different parts pop, because I love how the eyes are black and the inside of the ears are black. Maybe if you gave it like black markings on the back or maybe on the paws, I think that could look very cool as well. As for the other ones that they showed me, these are all partial repaints. I especially really like the purple one that's made from the purple collie and painted. I think that that's super cool. Personally, with both of these, I think that they might be a little bit more interesting if you gave them black pupils in the eyes, but I understand if that's like 100% just a personal taste and personal preference of your style. Either way, I still think that these two look really cool as well, and I love how you took two, regular LPS and made them entirely your own characters. Alright, moving on, let's take a look at another one. Okay, so this custom is sent in by Moondraws13. It's a short hair cat custom. I feel like in a way it kind of reminds me of a mixture between the Cheshire Cat in the live action Alice in Wonderland movie and then like the Na'vi people from the Avatar movies. I think that's super cool. I really love the way that you painted the eyes, especially. I think that's probably my favorite part of the custom. In a way, it almost looks like they're glowing with how you painted like this darker teal underneath the eyes, and even this slightly like light blue dry brushing you have around the mouth. I think that that's a really cool detail that you added. The only thing that I would say to really improve this custom is just to work on your outlinings around the eyes. I think that if the white outlines and the eyelashes were cleaner, then it could really make the eyes pop, but I understand that, that's a difficult thing to do. My recommendation for that is just to mix water with your paint, make sure your paintbrush is wet so that it slides along the base figure a lot more easily, if that makes sense. But other than that, I think this is a very cool design. Alright, next up, this custom is so cool. This is from Moonji Productions, and they made an Edward Scissorhands custom. I think this custom is awesome. My favorite thing about it is definitely the fact that you added like real hair, or like, real fur for the hair. I think that's super cool. And it's kind of crazy, like the way that you painted the face, this really looks exactly like Edward Scissorhands. Like I could just tell immediately who this is. He has a very like strange looking face, and I think you really captured that in this custom. Alright, the next customs are from LPS Yoshi. So these are some customs that they sent me. They sent me a few of their posts to look at. The first one that is so cool, we have Jason from the Friday the 13th movies. I love this custom. I remember when I saw this when he first posted it, I think it looks so cool, especially the way that you painted the mask. I love how you dry brush like a ton of warmer colors into it, like a lot of brown, and it really pops. I think that maybe the only thing I would say about this custom is try to use more variety of colors in the body. I know like his colors are very dark and you really want the mask to stand out anyway, so I think this is great, but his body does kind of just look like a bunch of lumps. Like it's hard to see that like the jacket is green, the boots are brown. I can see it when I look closer. Could also just be the lighting, and also look at this picture. That's so cool. I love it. I'll take a look at this one too. I don't want to look at all of your customs because I want to give time for other people as well, but here is another custom. It's a Bull Terrier custom. I think this one is super cute as well. I love like the little blush that you put on the cheeks and the muzzle. I think that the blue and the pink colors go really well together. I like the brown eyes as well. What I will say is for the eye shines, and maybe instead of doing like just a normal circle, if you did like a flower shape in there as well to sort of like like match with the rest of the design. I think that could be cool. Okay, this is from LPS_rain_forest on Instagram. This is a custom of one of their OCs. Let's take a look at this. This character's name is Ethan. He looks, or they, I don't know. They look very, very cool. I love this head swap idea. First off, it's a Jack Russell head on a Great Dane body, and I think my favorite thing about it is definitely the ears that you sculpted. I love that, but I feel like the fingerprints maybe in this one's ears are a little bit distracting. So honestly, you could just sand that with some sandpaper afterwards and it gets rid of them like super fast, but I'm too lazy to do that, so if you don't want to do that, I totally understand. The glasses on this guy look great. Ooh, he has butterfly wings too. That's super cool. I love the way you did the wings. Like the top wing, the shape kind of reminds me of like a dragon shape, and then the bottom one's more like, you know, a butterfly or fairy shape. I really like that. Again, I don't want to tell you how to change your OC's design because it's your character, you made it, I respect that. But I think that maybe if you added some more different values of colors into this custom, because they kind of like are all one color, just this light tan, which is a little boring. Like maybe if you made the hair a different color or even added like a streak of color in the hair, especially on the back. But I love the accessories that you made for this custom as well. Good job. All right, the next customs are from Minty_cat_15. This is a person that I do not know. I don't think I've seen any of their work. So it looks like they have a German Shepherd custom and a Bull Terrier custom. Oh wow, this one looks really cool. This is a very interesting way that you've chosen to paint this custom. I don't think I've really seen anything quite like that. It looks like a lot of like, you know, taking like, I guess a dull paintbrush and just kind of like smacking it on. That's a really bad way to explain it, but you know what I mean. And it has like these firework shapes on it, which I think is really cool. And the way that you painted the middle where these shapes are is like white to pink to the black color of the base makes it look like they're glowing. I think that's really cool. I really like this one's eyes as well, but at the same time, the eyes are kind of scary looking. I don't know if that is your intention, but they're a little bit bug-eyed. So maybe if you made the pupils a little bit closer, like to the muzzle, like kind of more in the middle, not like looking cross-eyed, but just scooch them over a little bit, because I feel like they're kind of starting to look in opposite directions, but I still think it's really cool. And I do love the style that you did for the eyes. And then here's another picture of both of them looking at each other. I really love the texture in the paint, because I know people are always talking about like, oh, Cobalt, your customs are so smooth. Oh, they're so smooth. Good job. These ones, I can't tell you how smooth they are just looking at these pictures, but I feel like the way that you painted the Bull Terrier, the paint would be rougher, which doesn't matter because I think that like honestly creates a really cool texture. Like I really want to feel what that custom feels like, you know, like just pet its snout. But yeah, love these guys. Good job. All right, here's another one. This is from Paintbrush 569, and they made this watermelon Cocker Spaniel. So they also mentioned that this custom is made from like one of those really awful fake LPS, which is totally fine. Use whatever base figures you have, it doesn't matter. But I think this one is really cute. I love me some watermelon LPS. I've also made a watermelon Cocker Spaniel before, but mine was green instead of red, which honestly, I think that this is cool because like watermelons, the fruit part that you eat is red. So I feel like a watermelon custom should be red, honestly. I think that with this one, you want to maybe add a few more layers to your paint, because I feel like I can kind of see through it, especially on the green. Like I can see some of the white underneath, which is fine, but you know, sometimes you just want to take the extra step to put a little bit more time into it so that you don't have that problem. And I feel like the fact that the green isn't fully opaque either makes it a little bit muddy as well, because when you mix them together, they turn brown, and you don't want your custom to be brown when it's supposed to be watermelon colored. So yeah, but I really like the design. I really like the eyebrows that you added as well. I think that's my favorite part, where it's like they're kind of like watermelon seeds or spots, but they also look like eyebrows. I think that's a very cute idea. All right, next one. I don't know how many of these I should do, but next one, we're going to take a look at customs that my buddy Ren sent me. I recently did a custom trade with them. If you want to check it out, press the little thingy up there. But anyways, Ren sent me pictures of two of their newer customs and then one of their older customs. So I'm gonna take a look at their older one first, because like obviously you can already see they've improved so much. The design's honestly pretty cute. I like the way that you painted the mouth, where the muzzle, like the top of it, is dark brown, but then you painted like its mouth and it's like the tan of the rest of the base figure. I think that that's an interesting design, but it works. It makes it cute, you know? For this one, I would definitely change up the eyes. I could picture you remaking this one now and obviously using your new eye style. I think if the green in the eyes was a lot brighter, that would make it cuter. And the way that you did the glasses is very interesting because they're just painted on. You honestly got the line super straight, and from far away, it doesn't really look like it's painted on, which is interesting. But for this one, I feel like you would also add some other colors into it, maybe like a middle shade of brown, because right now you have a really light shade of brown and a really dark shade of brown. If you maybe added a third shade of brown that was a medium color and sort of gave it like some other markings, like maybe you painted the tips of the ears with like this same paintbrushy fur texture that you have on the face, like added that on the tips of the ears with a lighter brown color. I think that would make it really cute as well. But of course, now let's take a look at some of Ren's current work. I love this one. It's so cute and kawaii. Personally, if I were making this custom, I would put clay on the body where you painted the shirt so that you can't can't see the actual fur pattern of the Cocker Spaniel under it, but that's kind of just a personal preference because it looks more like clothes. But I like the way that you sculpted the collar and the sleeves and the base of it so that it looks like a sweater. It's very cute. This one I think is very cool as well. Personally though, I think that you should paint the nose. I'm not a fan of customs where their nose are not painted. And I think for this one, you could either paint the nose black, or if you still wanted it to be subtle, you could paint it like the same hot pink color that you have for the bottom eyelashes. I think that would be cute. But I do like this one, even though the design is quite simple. I feel like it works with the big sculpted pieces. All right, thank you very much, Ren. Let's take a look at two more. So this is LPS Shadow Dust, who is currently commissioning me. Thank you so much, by the way. They sent me a bunch of photos. I'm gonna start with this photo. It's kind of dark, but I just wanted to look at this photo first because like the set that you have in the background for this photo look so cool. Like that just looks awesome. I'm very intrigued by whatever you're filming or photographing with these. These customs all look really cool. I love like the spots. This guy looks cool. I love how with the spots on this one, it's like you put down gray first for some of them and then put the black on top of the gray. That makes them very interesting. And I think it has a tongue, which is really cute as well. See, I'll look at these ones because they're in better lighting. So we have a short hair cat with like a bloody eye. For this one, again, I love the spots and I love the eyebrow. I feel like the pupil is really big, so it makes it kind of look like its eye is just black. So I feel like you could change that by making the pupil a little bit smaller and making the actual color of the eye bigger. And the chain is cool. I love how that's wrapping around its hand. I'm very intrigued by this character. I wonder what like their tragic backstory is. And then this other one is super awesome. This headdress thing that you have on it with the third eye. I think that is such a creative idea and I love that. And it reminds me of like a Legend of Zelda character. Well, I can tell that you really like adding spots on your customs. But what I like about this one is that the spots are so many different colors. And while sometimes that can be kind of chaotic and a little bit messy, I think that you made it work with this custom because it makes it very interesting. And you still have that eye on the forehead to like draw most of the attention to. So I think that is cool as well. I'm very interested in what both of these customs are about. All right, and now let's take a look at one more. So this is Axel_Axolotl1, which first off, hi, they comment on my videos all the time. I really appreciate it. So these are the customs that they sent me. The frog right off the bat, that one's awesome. I'll just tell you that. I'm gonna take a look at this rainbow armadillo. I think this one's very cute, possibly a pride theme custom, but I love the pastel colors that you used for the armor. I love how they're all like the same value. They all fit together. It's not like one is super bright and one is super pastel. They're all cohesive and they feel like they fit together. But what I will say is that since the paint isn't super smooth, which again is difficult to get with white because it's such a pain in the ass to paint white, like you have to paint so many layers, I would choose a different color for the base just because that way the harsh lines from the different layers are less noticeable because it doesn't cast an extreme shadow. Like in some lightings, if you have white and you cast a bright light on it so that it makes shadows, you can see like all the different creases in the paint because of those shadows. And if it was a darker color, you wouldn't really be able to see that. But I do love the way that the white looks with the rainbow as well. It fits the pastel theme. I also think that on the tail, I can see part of it's brown and part of it's gray. I would just make it all brown. I feel like you don't really need the gray in there at all. But other than that, it's very cute and I like the freckles as well. All right, guys. So those are all the customs that I wanted to take a look at in this video. I apologize if yours were not included. They will be included in the next video or in a future one down the line. But again, thank you guys so much for everybody who sent in photos and wanted to participate in this. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I was like being too harsh or not harsh enough, or if this is like the exact kind of feedback you want. I don't know. Let me know if I should change it up at all. If you guys watching want to send me more of your customs, then DM me over on Instagram and send me photos. If you want, you can include like a little paragraph about the custom or just ask me specifically what you want me to look at for you, and I will go ahead and do that. And of course, for all the other people watching this video, let me know if you found it interesting and if you want me to make more of these. Of course, everybody featured in this video will be tagged in the description, so if you want to check them all out on Instagram, you can definitely go and do so. There are a ton of LPS customizers in this community, and I want to give more spotlights to all of them. I think that's all that I have to say in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!